And here we are at Fevah's 15th birthday in Melbourne, and I have the man here himself, Eamonn Fevah.
How are you?
I'm pretty good, thank you. So, Eamonn, can you tell us how Fevah started? Where did this all begin?
Well, 15 years ago, I went to the UK, and like all Kiwis do, end up when I go on the ROE, move into a big house with a lot of people. We were living in a house with about 20 friends, and that house had 5 other houses with about another 20 friends.
Yep.
And we used to go clubbing. Basically, we used to go to this Sunday day club called Sunflowers. And one of my flatmates, Rickster, who became one of the original Fevah residents, introduced me to Wayne, who'd become my future business partner in Fevah, middle of a dance floor. He was running a pub in the middle of Soho called the Polar Bear. Now, basically, the Polar Bear was this underground little club that he was like, why don't we do an after party here? We're like, yeah, right, why not? So basically, we, after the Sunday day club finished, we invited all the friends down, and basically it was a members only. You had to know someone, because Soho back then was a fairly seedy kind of place.
Yeah.
You had to have a membership card to get in. You had to know someone to get in. So it was really exclusive. It was cool. So the vibe was just like all mates. And that's what it created from. You know, we'd all go in, and it was, it ran from 7 in the evening till 3 in the morning. And then after 3 months, we actually, the guys who owned the club decided, they wanted to redo the club up, do it up, so we had to move. And that's when we ended up moving to a club called The Tube, which is in Falkenberg Court, right next to the part of the London Astoria. And that's where when Fevah really got big, because we had no idea. We were just an idea. We were a bunch of nutty kids that were travelling that liked to go clubbing. So, you know, it was the fact that it evolved into what it did, and it happened really quickly, eh? We were really lucky, the fact that the guy who owned the club we were using, The Tube, owned the London Astoria, which is one of the most iconic venues in the UK. And basically we did that. We filled the club that every week in, week out, for 3 or 4 months, and it got to Christmas, and he said, do you want to ever go out using the Astoria? And we're like, yeah, all right, why not? So we did a Christmas party. And then basically, then the wheels kept rolling. You know, from there we went on to that. Then we started Fahrenheit, which was the sister club. Sure. Fevah was every Sunday. Fahrenheit ended up on every Saturday. And then doors just started opening, eh? It was a hard case, because we were 21, 22-year-old Kiwi boys, all of a sudden filling venues for, we did Ministry of Sound, we did Brixton Academy, and I could never have imagined where it was going to go, and how many countries and how many cool people and what it was going to evolve into.
That's great. So a few boys in the backyard, and now here we are in Australia celebrating.
Listen, and it's just looking. The boys have done a wicked job here tonight. You know, I can't wait to go off. Melbourne's a cool place. It's got some cool people. A lot of the vibe here is, the boys have decked the club out. It looks like you're walking into London.
Does.
You know, something that we did back then. The guys have got the idea, and they've run with it, and it looks wicked. And the friends that have come out, people have travelled from far and wide, and there's new people that have no doubt, and hopefully we can kick something in the pants in Melbourne for the future as well.
Excellent, sounds great. And can you tell us, Eamonn, what have you got in store for us in your set tonight?
Just a bit of upfront banging, good tunes. You know, Fevah was always, the kind of motto one was never lose your hardcore, but the other one was 100% dance and extreme fun, you know, and that's all I'm going to just put into it, you know. We'll have fun, we'll bang it out, we'll play some anthems, and we'll just have a good time.
That's it, go hard or go home, and some music with energy, we all love that.
Damn straight.
Thanks very much, Eamonn. Good night.
Enjoy.